Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Monday, the 4th of December. Starting off with the S&P, which I suppose has done as well as we could have expected, or even better than we might have expected. The peak there just around 45.99, and only an end-of-day close back above that, and an old resistance line there from back in August 2022 could take us up to a final blow-off leg as high as 4,800 by the end of next month. Otherwise, on the way down, we've got support 4,500 to 4,520, and then the top of the last gap, 4,460. So pretty well mapped out there, but it would be amazing if we could break through 4,600 sometime before the end of this year. On to the stocks, and starting with ABSCI Corporation, and here a straightforward gap higher through the old neckline resistance around $2. Above that, looking for that February resistance line projection at $2.60 by the end of this month, or hopefully a bit sooner than that, given the way that we've had two unfilled gaps to the upside in recent weeks. Next up is Altimmune, and here also looking pretty healthy. This market also, I suppose, has hit as high as it could on the recent spike. The May resistance line projection there heading for around $5.90, while we're above resistance on the way down around $3.70, looking for a retest of that $6 area, hopefully by the end of this month, backed by the latest unfilled gap to the upside that we had at the end of last week. Moving on to a stock which we have looked at before, and let's see where we are with this current situation. Broadening triangle there for Arena Group, and bear trap gap reversal from below the old November support there around $2.50. Above $2.50, we're looking for $5.20 by the end of next month. Initially, maybe we could scrape up to the 50-day line at $3.70 by the end of this month, but don't really want to see any price action back below $2.50 ahead of that. We've got Beyond Meat next, and here the picture is that obviously the shares have been winding down from the extreme rally that it had a while back, back in 2022, but looks like after a year or so of regrouping, we are making a rising trend channel base. The top of that channel there around $9.60, so that's the immediate target over the first half of December, and looking for that while we remain above recent neckline support, neckline resistance rather, at $7.70, so above $7.70, looking for $10 through $10, and then we could be looking at retracing the move back to the summer and $12.30 back in August. Stock which I've looked at quite a lot here in the recent past is Bimea, and here the picture is that we're heading quite swiftly towards a very ambitious target there, around $25. We're looking for that by the end of this month. The way things are going, we might get that by the end of this week, but obviously early days yet. The main plus point in the recent past is that we've broken back above initial September resistance around $17.65. Above that, we are looking for $25 relatively quickly. Stock which has been covered here quite a lot, and as you can see from the chart, has deserved that coverage. We've hit our initial target there, $8.80, which is the top of that rising trend channel from back in August last year. Above $8.80, we've got a potential for a move to $10.50, the upper parallel of that channel, so to speak, but maybe that'll have to wait for the end of next month. In the meantime, we're looking for support to come in near the $7.50 area over the next week or so. Moving along to another regular on the chart breakers, Cel-Sci Corporation, and here looks like a mid-move consolidation, basically testing the post-spring resistance for this market up to $3, above $3, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from back in May as high as $3.70 by the end of this month. But looking encouraging there with what is effectively a cup and handle pattern on the daily chart since July, and a nice handle, rather volatile handle on the right hand side. Another stock which we've been looking at quite a lot is Cutera. Here, just after obviously a very painful decline for the shares over the course of 2023, first sign that it's ready to end the year on a little bit of a high, or at least an improvement. Recent neckline resistance around $3.90, that's the end of year target, while we're above the recent support area around $1.70, backed by bullish divergence. So that suggests that we could have a meeting towards 350 or more and the 50-day line over the next few weeks. Another old favorite, I think we can call it, is Marathon Digital, and here we've hit a rather obscure resistance line target around $15.40. Obviously, we come back from that, but above $13.70 and the floor of the gap. Another chance at $15 plus, and then obviously looking maybe by January time to hit $20 and retest last year's resistance. A stock which we haven't looked at before, but maybe in play is Psychemedics, and here falling trend channel, top of that channel at $3.20, and above that looking for the shares to hit as high as $4 by the end of this month. But the proviso is that we stay above that 50-day moving average at $2.70 in the interim. Nice bullish divergence kicking in over the last 4 to 6 weeks. That should ensure that we keep on going towards that $4 area while we're above $2.70. On to the last few. First one is one that we have given reasonable coverage to in the recent past, Pulse Biosciences, and we're nearly at the target we were looking for by the end of this month, $11.70. It looks as though we could get that rather sooner than that, and then we'd be looking for a fresh target. The best we can say at this stage, which is a bit early, is that we could head to high as $20 over the first quarter of 2024, but let's just stick to looking for the $12 area over the course of the next few weeks. Another old favorite is Riot Platforms, and here basically an island reversal, so gapping down twice back in August and then gapping up now, so that is a very strong signal. Above the floor of the gap, the latest gap, $13.80, looking for the shares to head towards $20, perhaps as soon as the end of next month. Finishing off with Sentage, and here broadening triangle base after that massive spike that we saw in the spring. We've got rising 50-day moving average as well, and the longer we stay above recent neckline resistance around the $2 area, the greater the chance of a move to as high as $3 by the end of next month. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.